Hello everyone, and thanks for joining us on our latest edition of Nimitz Minitz. I'm Jeff Copsetta, and today we're going to talk about man's best friend. That's right, dogs, and how they were used during World War II. In 1942, civilian dog enthusiasts approached the United States Army about using dogs with specialized training to help with the war effort. Now, this was not the first time that the military used dogs, so the Army wanted to formalize the program. And the program became known as the Dogs for Defense program. The Dogs for Defense program encouraged people to adopt their dog at one of 4 training facilities located throughout the United States. There was one in Virginia, one in Nebraska, one in Montana, and one in California. Now, you may imagine people were donating these vicious junkyard dogs to be war dogs, but in fact it was just the opposite. The Army was looking for dogs with a certain disposition and trainability. And it became evident that there were certain breeds that stood out among the rest. Some of these breeds included German Shepherds, Dobermans, and Huskies, just to name a few. So would you donate your dog, your family pet, towards the war effort? So how were these dogs used? Well, they were trained to be medic dogs, messenger dogs, mine-detecting dogs. They could even pull gear or equipment on sleds, and they could alert of the enemy lurking in the jungle long before a human could. Now, as the training progressed, it became evident that not only did the dog need training, but also his handler. And it only made sense that the dog and the handler were trained together. And the program expanded drastically. In fact, by July of 1944, the Army fielded 15 war dog platoons, 8 of which serving in the Pacific. They served on such islands as Guadalcanal, Bougainville, New Guinea, the Dutch East Indies, and the Philippines, just to name a few. In fact, on the island of Guam, where the Marine Corps deployed war dogs, there's actually a war dog cemetery and a war dog memorial statue that can still be seen today. After the war, the surviving dogs were thoroughly processed to remain back in the civilian life. They were given an honorable discharge, and they were adopted back out to a civilian home. So do you think there was a family who adopted a dog out during the war that actually got their same dog back? And dogs are used in various vital roles in today's military and law enforcement. In fact, they're not only used for active duty military personnel, they can also be used for recovering veterans as a service dog. So do you know somebody who owns a service dog? Or maybe you know somebody who's a dog handler or a dog trainer. So be sure to check out our website or social media for war dog related stories and histories and public programs. Well, that's all we have on this segment. Thanks again for joining us on this latest edition of Nimitz Minitz.